first year in 2014 competing at the games, I had no expectations. I didn't know if I would finish in first or 40th and ended up in the top 10. So to me, I think I let a little bit of that get to my head. And second year, more experience, I'm stronger, more confident. I should be able to podium, or heck, I could win it.
2015 was the best season I've ever had. Took 4th place at the CrossFit Games, but I was only about 30 points out of being on the podium, and I really would love to be on the podium at the games.
And I think that kind of ended up being a detriment to me that year, because I went in with too much expectation, I had too much pressure. So I finished 8th both years in 2014 and 2015.
It's like, well, maybe this is just what I am. Maybe I'm just the 6th, 8th, 10th, and 4th fittest man on earth, and that's what it is. But at some point it's just like, gosh, that sucks. Like, I don't want to accept that.
Of course I want to get on the podium, and of course I want to stand at the top of the podium.
I want to be first, I want to be on the podium. Hopefully 2016 is the year.
I'm Noah Ohlsen. I live in Miami, Florida. I train at Peak 360 CrossFit. We are in my lovely little 1-bedroom apartment here in Miami. Just whipping up some morning coffee. Joanne's getting ready for work. Joanne will start getting ready. She has a little bit more to do in the mornings than I do in terms of getting all ready to...
He's lying.
No.
His hair takes longer than mine.
Come on, we timed it the other day. It takes 4 minutes. Joanne is my beautiful girlfriend, and we have been dating for about 4 years, and we kind of use regionals as our anniversary mark. All right, get out of here. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. See you at 5. My girlfriend is awesome. I love her to infinity and beyond. All right, some very hot eggs, some buckwheat, I think, pancakes, some crispy bacon, some oranges. Joanne was just talking to her boss yesterday about that being her least favorite part of living with me, is that there's always ice cream and crazy stuff in the house. Whole Foods had a Ben & Jerry's sale, so we just stocked up. Joanne's like, we already have all those flavors. And I was like, yeah, but they're our favorites, so now we have extras of them. Max is my 2-year-old golden retriever, and we've had him since he was 10 weeks old. He's just made our time here the past 2 years so much better.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
What I can.
In general, what I do for fun, I love riding motorcycles. I just found out that I have a real passion and love for doing that the past probably 6 months or so. I love to surf, hiking, camping. That's always been one of my favorite things to do. I love doing anything outside.
I woke up this morning and I put my socks on and I got 2 of the wrong socks. This one like keeps falling down. I don't know why or what it's made of. Everything you could possibly want. Eggs, bacon, potatoes, pretty good stuff. We're down here at the Operation Surf event. Gonna watch some wounded vets shred the gnar, tear it up. I was actually at this event 2 years ago. It was down in Capitola, and it was awesome.
Dan, are you single?
Yeah, I'm single.
I don't want to talk about my dating life. At least bit. There's not much to talk about.
Mr. Wittenberg up there thinks it's a good idea that I should be on The Bachelor.
Do you think
You should be on The Bachelor.
There are those in this building that think that I should apply to be on The Bachelor.
Dan, you're single.
Yeah, so?
You're a bachelor.
It's a great lifestyle.
I think that everything that society expects from The Bachelor and expects to see and what they want to see, you're just not gonna get from me. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna be the guy who's just gonna go make out with 10 different girls on 10 different nights. Like, that's just not how I roll. That's not how I do things.
All the reasons that I think it's terrible, you're like, yes, that's exactly why you should go on this show.
This is so bad. I don't want to do any of this.
Go for the plunge.
Do it.
It's worse when you go 1 step at a time.
I know. The belly button's the worst.
Oh, dude, for me, it's the nuts and the nips. Those 2 layers, it's like, oh god, all right, we're halfway. Okay, we're good. It's really funny because I've come to the realization recently that I enjoy training, I think, a little bit more than I now enjoy competing. Someone said to me recently at the beginning of a competition that all the work is done, all the hard part is over with, and now you just have to get out there and go have fun and let the work that you put in the gym every day show. I thought about it a little bit and I realized for me it's the opposite. The fun part for me is the work, it's the training, it's being in the gym, it's blasting the music and taking as many attempts at a lift as I want, and fist bumping the guys and going head to head in here and dudes.
For the last month or so, I've been up here at CrossFit HQ. And for the most part, I train alone in terms of there's not somebody else doing the same workout that I'm doing. I typically enjoy training with just other people in the gym. They don't have to be doing what I'm doing. I don't have to be doing what they're doing, but just the presence of somebody else's eyes watching you, and every now and then somebody kind of rooting you on or helping you out at some point.
I got PR, so pretty happy about that.
Or I repeat a lot of workouts that I've done in the past. So I have times, I have goals, I have things that I want to hit. The clock can be as good as a motivator as somebody being slightly ahead of you in a workout. Because you know if you're going to finish with a PR or if you're not, and then how do you adjust your training from there if you didn't do as well as you hoped.
It's the motto.
Nothing replaces hard work.
Nothing replaces hard work. Yeah, there's that pressure and that want to win, but if you don't squeak one out ahead of somebody, then it's okay. Like, you don't stress about it for the rest of the week. The competition is quite the contrary, where every single workout there's a lot of pressure. You want to beat every single person out on the floor, so that's become not as fun to me.
Training is, you have to view it a little bit different than competing. So one of the things I think that I learned training with Rich for so long was that it was great training together up to a point because we're both competing for the same thing. Whether you're always losing to him, sometimes you beat him. When you're constantly competing against each other, it's like you're constantly doing the games every week and the regional every week.
I mean, I love it. Like, I love competing. I love that experience, and I look forward to doing that. Every year I want to go to the games, and I can't wait to be in the tennis stadium, in the soccer stadium. Like, I like those experiences and those memories. But the morning of a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday at the games, I kind of can't wait for that day to be over and have the work behind me and hopefully have it end up being a positive placement so that I can just kind of keep working toward that goal of being the fittest on earth.
What's going on? It always sounds like a good idea before we do it. And then I put this thing on, and it feels like a terrible idea.
This is a public service announcement from Danny Broflex. Hi, I'm Danny Broflex, and I'm here to talk to you about the 2014 Reebok CrossFit Games Open.
Okay.
Give it a little bit more beep boop.
So Danny is basically he tries so hard to do everything right when it comes to fitness, but he does everything wrong.
In your face! You didn't sign up for the Open! You didn't sign up for life!
He is what is wrong with the fitness community, but he means very well. And we're gonna incorporate that into nutrition today.
We've arrived at the Salty Donut in Wynwood, cool like art district area of Miami. I don't even know what you call that thing, a little metal shack serving up some awesome donuts.
We are filming Broflex Season 2.
I think some people might be jealous.
That's when you tell me to do snow and you pull up your whole. My mom would be so disappointed.
Yeah, so we're actually gonna collaborate with them and do like a no Ohlsen signature donut. We'll just kind of come up with a awesome flavor and cool name.
What's the name gonna be?
I don't know yet. I suggested the swole nut, and Joanne said it sounded like I had a prostate issue, so probably not gonna do that one. I was thinking a bro nut, maybe, I don't know.
This is a high point of my career right here.
None of this needs to see the light of day. Is this stuff permanent?
No.
We're heading to the spot to get a haircut from my buddy Freddie. He's the only dude I trust with my hair at this point. I can just sit back, relax, and I know I'm gonna come out looking better than I came in.
Can we do it around your nipple too?
No.
Come on.
No, nipples aren't happening, no.
I think we went with the classic bowl cut for a good 10 years. Pretty simple, pretty not awesome. In high school, I used to get the blowout, which was like a explosion. And then my first couple years of high school, I had a long flow, like down to my shoulders.
And then reset. We can probably let's shoot that one twice.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
I hate you.
You know what I would actually love to do someday, and I've told Freddie? Dreadlocks.
Let's do that again, but don't get down on your knees.
Do I look better than when I came in? Oh yeah. A little bit? A lot of bit? I think that when I came on the scene in 2014, my first year competing at the games, and I surprised myself and was sitting in first place at one point throughout the weekend. I know that I said something in an interview about something that Rich said to me at the games, or maybe I misheard him, I don't even know what it was. He said to me at the end of the 2014 games, I thought, it's yours now. And who knows, it was like roaring crowd, he walked up to me, gave me a hug, and so maybe I misinterpreted that, and I said it in an interview, and Hillary tweeted something about somebody being really cocky and how she likes all the competitors of the CrossFit Games, but there's somebody that rubbed her the wrong way, and a lot of people referenced that interview and referenced me in that, and that crushed me. I was so upset the rest of the day, like sick to my stomach, and it really, really upset me. And I think from that point on, I really flipped the switch and made sure that the image that I portrayed was not something that would make somebody put on the internet that I rubbed them the wrong way. And I have reached out to Rich and I apologized to him, and I don't know if it ever got through to Hillary, but I apologized to her if that was the situation. But it really, really bothers me when I hear something about being cocky. I feel like I want to be a good person, and I want people to see that, and if they're interpreting that I'm not, then maybe I'm not doing as good of a job at being that good person as I think I am. But I try to do my best to just be a good person and make as many people happy as I can.
3, 2, 1, go! 16.2 is underway. Sean Woodland and Pat Sherwood going to bring you the action here from the studio.
The open sucked. No, the open, I didn't have a great open at all. I've been dealing with plantar fasciitis and an ankle problem. We did this workout in the True Form, and wow, like this is a week before the open. And bam, just like strained my Achilles really bad. And so I was actually super nervous that could have been the end of the season before it even started.
Bailey almost done with his set of 50, and then he'll be back to the barbell.
I remember doing the reps and then losing count myself of what I was on, so I checked to my judge.
Looks like 2 squat cleans to go.
And saw a hand up with either 2 or 3 was what was held up.
Hand in the air, indicating the number of reps that he has left. So Dan Bailey might get into the final round here.
I did those 2 or 3 more reps, checked over my judge again, saw the hand close out, so I thought I was done, but I still had 1 more rep to go. Apparently I hadn't finished that round.
And Dan Bailey will get it! Dan Bailey has finished 16.2!
Couldn't submit that score, it didn't really count. It was an honest mistake by myself and my judge.
Did you, going into that, do that you were going to finish it?
I didn't finish it.
You did finish it, didn't you?
He miscounted.
After that, I redid the workout and I didn't finish, like I missed the last clean just barely. I don't want to say that I just kind of discounted the Open and swept it under the rug, but my focus definitely changed after week 2.
I decided after week 2 that I wanted to commit to winning the Open. To go into a 5-week competition and come out on top with some amazing athletes that I was going head-to-head with, guys that I've looked up to forever. It was a really cool experience for me and really just solidifies my belief that I belong at the CrossFit Games and up near the top.
The regionals have a different type of stress than the games. Everybody's had a chance to practice them, everybody's rehearsed, everybody knows how they're going to do the workout. They've seen where people have done well and where they haven't and how they can tweak that to enhance their performance. So there's really a lot less room for mistakes at the regional.
1 through 5, they don't care as long as they stamp the ticket and end up in Carson, but like I said earlier, I like to win everything, so I'm gonna go out there and try to win regionals number 3.
You have to be so disciplined just to make it to the games. You have to give up a lot.
Dan Bailey across the finish line, clang and bang!
I've worked so hard for so long and so many people have really invested in me and to seeing that dream come true. Yeah, I'm fired up to get back after it this year.
I don't want to be the guy that went to the games 2-3 years and then fell off. When they're talking about CrossFit and they're talking about the history of the CrossFit Games, I want my name to be mentioned alongside Rich and Jason and all those guys.